All right, welcome back to 2022 Anglers List Qualifier. This is check-in number 3. We did have everybody check in on time, but as expected, we're having some service issues. People are struggling to get the videos to come through, but we do have confirmation that everyone has at least made an attempt to get it over. I just received one via text, but everybody got in touch in time, so we'll just keep moving forward here. Nobody's serving a penalty, is I guess what I'm trying to say. I'm giving everybody the benefit of the doubt. You know, the system we're using is kind of tough. It's a home built system here, using Smart Sheet, if anyone's familiar with that. So yeah, using that out in the sticks is pretty difficult. So, all right. We will get started and go through bracket number 1. Let me get some housekeeping taken care of, pay the bills per se, right? All right, so I'm going to thank our sponsors to start off. We will kick it off as we do with our good friends over at Hogsback Custom Rods. They are a sponsor of the program, and will be awarding the champions in August a custom rod for each of the competitors. So Hogsback Custom Rods has a full range of open water and ice fishing rods. I myself have a panfish and a muskie rod here for open water. They're sitting right here behind me. Here, I'll stop sharing this really quick and show you my rods here. So I've got the panfish. It is a 6'6" light action. Love it. It's great for crappies, sunfish. Love catching bass on it. Little bycatch some here and there. I'm gonna go take it trout fishing this year eventually, so that'll be fun. And then I'm in such a big room here, just knocking everything off the wall. This is my muskie rod from Hogsback. It is an 8-foot, medium heavy, fast action. Love this thing. Great for chucking these big old whopper ploppers. Also gonna get, oh yeah, great. Take that light out. Bill Dance there. So yeah, I'm gonna be going muskie fishing on Father's Day. So hopefully we can take one down with the Hogsback rod. Okay, so next we are going to thank our other sponsors. We've got 903 Bait Company out of Bullard, Texas. They have been with us since last year, donated a bunch of baits for our competitors, and they've given us 2 packs of baits to give away. We're giving one away for the contest for bracket number 1. You can guess the word that is being made up of all the identifying letters, and you will have to go to that post on the Anglers List Facebook page, comment the word that you think it is. The first person to guess it correctly will win the pack of baits. Excuse me. So yes, they have a wide variety of baits and everything you could want, soft plastic wise. Looks like they catch a lot of crappies down there in the south, and bass, of course. So if you're in the soft plastics game, give these a try. I've got a pack of them here that was given. It's a variety pack. It's got a little bit of everything: paddle tails, worms, stick baits, craws. They got rattles, some quality plastics. So get yourself some if you need plastics from a small company. Last but not least, we are going to talk about our new sponsor this year. They've given us 2 gift certificates, $25 gift certificates for Funk's Jigs. And he is a small jig making company out of Iowa, and he hand paints everything with these awesome designs. He's got jigs, spoons, you name it. He could probably do it, but you'll have to get in touch with him through his Facebook page here. Curtis is a good man. I've seen him around, and I've heard a lot of good things about his tackle. I've used some of his tungstens in the wintertime. So check him out if you're into custom painted tackle. So thank you, Funks Jigs. And I got a gift certificate for the same contest. Guess the word that the identifying letters are making for bracket number 1. Go over to that post on the Anglers List Facebook page and comment your guess. The first person to guess will win that gift certificate. All right, and then a final shout out to future anglers in Minnesota. We have our golf tournament coming in September. This will be our second year. It's at Majestic Oaks Golf Course in Ham Lake. You will pay $400 per 4-person team, includes golf cart, range balls, Italian dinner buffet, and we will have awesome raffles, great silent auction items, and a presentation of our Future Legend sponsorship. That is a key program that we are very proud to have. We sponsored an angler last year, gave him around $2,500 worth of gear, and also a lifetime fishing license. So we look to do that again this year. We're still in the selection process. So go over to our website, www.fa-mn.org. And if you have an angler that you feel is interested or would love to be in that sort of program and get a sponsorship, sign them up. There's a nomination form in there. Put their information in, get a few references and some letters and an essay, submit it, and we will do a thorough review and make our selection here in September. So that is that. That is FAM. And we appreciate Future Anglers, we appreciate the Anglers List for supporting Future Anglers of Minnesota with a $500 donation as part of their registration fees. They took 25%, I believe. So thank you, Anglers List, as well. So without further ado, we'll get into it here. Still kind of watching the chat here for our videos. Okay, it looks like everybody, no, we still are waiting on one video, but we will get started with bracket number 1 because I have all of them, and we'll get checked in, check the leaderboard, and go from there. I'm going to hit up the comments section really quick. We've got Tony Benda, let's go Team Hogs back. Let's be Lewis's brother. Tom Dunty, go Googans. They are out there in the boonies, as it seems, as they always are. And Jake Kuchmeister, Kook, as we call him, says 4. Yeah, Jake is the president of Future Anglers in Minnesota. He is the brains behind the operation, and this golf tournament is his brainchild. So get signed up. Contact Jake if you want to get signed up for the golf tournament as well. He can get you dialed in there. So, all right, let's get to it. Bracket number 1, first check-in. We are going to hear from, let me see. We've got Ma and Pa.
Hey, everybody. Ma and Pa checking in once again. And we've had some fun. We've caught a lot of fish. It's been a really good time. We're struggling a little bit on being able to send qualifying fish in, but we did submit a red horse sucker, so hope it stands.
We submitted some other drums, but we couldn't pull up what the other ones had pulled. Found out that didn't qualify.
Yeah, but we're having fun either way, and we seem to have signal where we're at, so we'll hopefully send some more fish in. Thanks, and we'll talk to you guys all later. Be safe, and again, and have fun. Bye now.
Fun.
Googans here for our third check-in. We are now recaffeinated and kind of catching our second wind, ready to go into our night bite.
Been a little slow. We were really optimistic going into this round. We thought we were going to get some nice species. maybe steal a point or two, and we kind of fell short of that.
Way short.
Couple fish, and they were small, so we got nothing to report fish-wise.
Yeah, I mean, we'd rather be doing nothing else besides fishing today. It's been awesome weather. I think it's like 45 degrees warmer now than when we woke up this morning.
Yeah, we got 78 out, so we've been enjoying the beautiful outdoors.
We've been kind of scrambling every check-in period trying to find service. So since we finally have service, I do remember that I was going to mention earlier when we were driving to one of the lakes, we had a mama and two cub bears right in front of us on the road. So that was fun to watch for a minute. So
yeah, that was pretty cool. Kind of the highlight of the midday, I guess.
Yeah, it wasn't the fish.
We hope the other groups are catching a little bit more fish than us, and hope everybody's having a good time and enjoying this beautiful day.
Yeah, good luck to everybody, and stay safe in the night period. And yeah, good luck. Can't wait to see how this all shakes out.
All right, Googans checking out.
Rough round for the Googans, and I apologize. I was muted after Ma and Pa. Congratulations, Ma and Pa. They put some fish on the board, and they were actually able to get a point, which is awesome. We will check that out here shortly. Let's get to our next team that's checking in. We've got Team Goodwill.
All right, hey guys, Team Goodwill checking in. Not a lot to report here. We had a rough round. Things are slowing up for us a bit. We only caught one fish this entire session, and
it wasn't an upgrade for anything, so we don't have any fish to really return in. Got a plan going in here for this last one. Hope it works out. Hope you guys are having better luck than we were.
just trying to figure out who's doing what with the point as the board sits right now. There's a lot of points on the board right now that could be stolen, and there's a lot of fish out there that I just don't. We haven't seen this session, and there's a lot of free points sitting up there, and I just.
A lot to think about.
There's a lot to think about. So, we'll be checking in here pretty soon here. So, all right.
Good luck.
Another rough round for Team Goodwill. So, the afternoon session seems to be a tough one. Let's see, we got Doyle chiming in here. Cody Good, you can't fish with them gloves on. Well, sometimes the gloves are nice when that sun gets pretty hot on the hands, but all right, last team from bracket 1 checking in here will be Team Mud Puddle.
Team Mud Puddle checking in here. Had a beautiful afternoon. Enjoyed it. Got to come out. We added 1 point, and then I think we stole another one.
Yeah,
potentially,
yeah. We got a red horse and a largemouth bass.
Yeah.
So,
looking forward to this evening bite. Hopefully things start picking up a little bit, and excited to hear what you guys did.
Yeah, good luck, everybody.
All right, it was tough all around for everybody, but Mud Puddle was able to put them on the board. We'll see if they did get the steals that they were hoping for. I only saw a handful as I didn't get to review it thoroughly, so I'll be looking at it at the same time as you guys for the most part here. So, all right, let me get my head wrapped back around everything. All right, let's get over to the scoreboard for bracket number 1 and see how it looks. I'll get that shared up here for you. Share. All right, there is the scoreboard. We'll blow that up just a little bit so we can see everything. Bracket number 1 looks as such. Right here, we've got Team Goodwill still in the lead with 6. Looks like they've got points stolen from them. 6 fish, 77 total inches. Then we have the Googans in second place with 4 fish, 43 total inches. Team Mud Puddle in third with 3 fish, 46 1/4 inches. And Ma and Pa finally hit the board with a fish, a red horse at 17 1/4 inches. So we'll start with Team Goodwill. They did not have any new submissions for this round, so we actually don't need to look at anything. They're just hanging on to a lead right now. Let's move on down to the folks that did actually get a submission in, and that would be Team Mud Puddle. They put a largemouth on the board. Funny enough, they also submit a red horse at 17 1/4 inches, but Ma and Pa were first. So Ma and Pa get the point. So tough luck, Team Mud Puddle. Just going to have to keep grinding it. But they did get this largemouth that's 15 3/4 inches. Let's take a look at what it looks like. And there it is on the bump board with our indicator for this round. And it looks like we're fishing off a pier. That's pretty good. That's a different tactic. A lot of shore fishing, but haven't seen the pier fishing yet. So, nice little bass. Gets them a point, and inching closer to that lead. So the only other new submission and as a new entry to the leaderboard is Ma and Pa with their red horse at 17 1/4 inches. Let's take a look at that. There it is on the bump board. We've got Fish of Minnesota. Need to make sure we're identifying our fish correctly. And some nice, what is that? Waterloo. All right, staying hydrated on the shoreline there. Nice red horse on the bump. And there we go, Tammy, with the trophy hold. That's a good looking sucker. All right, so that is bracket number 1. As it stands, Goodwill in first with 6 fish, Googans in second with 4, Team Mud Puddle in third with 3, and Ma and Pa hanging in there with 1 point on the board. So good work, bracket 1. Let's move on and talk to the bracket 2 teams. Let's get them checked in here. I got all 4 videos finally. I was scrambling here, but we're all set. So we're going to check in with the first of bracket 2, and that's going to be Tenny Pounder.
All right, Team Tenny Pounder here checking in. This last period, we kind of tried some different stuff. Went for some walleyes, caught some, but not big enough. A bunch of sheephead that weren't big enough. We bounced around quite a bit. Found the spots the fish weren't, and so now we're just deciding where we want to fish from here. So hoping to get on some stuff with some whiskers tonight, and yeah.
Maybe if I could trade 12 sheep for anything else, we'd be in the money. So hopefully we'll start to reduce miles traveled and maybe increase fish caught. We'll see.
Yeah, no fish to report for us for this period.
Yeah, so good luck with the night bite, everybody, and stay safe out there.
Tough round, but that's how the afternoon goes. I keep saying it, and I probably will continue to say it. All right, next team to check in is going to be Hogsback.
Hey guys, Team Hogsback here, 7 o'clock check-in. We're currently on the road. Yeah, we left the river a little bit and tried a couple spots. Some of our spots did not pan out, and some of them did. We did end up adding 2 species. We upped the drum, and then we added the bluegill. But yeah, we're back on the road now. We're gonna head to our night spot. We might hit up a couple spots on the way. Hopefully it pans out so Hogsback has a strong finish, but we're gonna hit her hard tonight, and hopefully we get a couple giants in the boat.
That's the plan.
That's the plan. Good luck, guys.
That sounds like a mighty fine plan. Like I said, the night bite on those river rats, they start to put some big fish on the board, and gets pretty exciting. So I think this overnight session is going to be fun to watch. All right, our next team to check in here will be the Rod Jerkers.
Hey guys, well, this session was not ideal for the Rod Jerkers. It was a very slow afternoon. Caught a few fish, nothing to send in, but We switched up tactics. We got out of the boat. We're doing something a little different now. Yeah, we're just going to kind of set up camp and let the night roll on. We're hope you guys had better luck than us, because it was not great.
Mosquitoes are bad out there too.
Yes,
so
mosquitoes might carry us away. Yeah, well, good luck, everyone.
Yep.
Well, we need to get some bug spray out there to the rod jerkers. They're getting carried away by some pterodactyl-sized mosquitoes. Good luck to them in the evening session. Sounds like some bank fishing's in order. All right, and finally, we will hear from the River Bums.
Hey, Team River Bums here. Finally got on some fish later on and was able to turn in a couple points. Hopefully they stay, and hopefully it just keeps going more and more tonight and keep finding more points.
Yeah, glad we had such a beautiful day for fishing. Moving on to that last period, hopefully we can throw a couple more points in our sack
Or steal a couple. You just never know.
Never know.
Yeah, never know.
Well, best of luck to everybody. Fish are jumping like crazy where we're at.
You just can't keep them off the lines.
Just got to find the right size. So
we'll see you in 5 more hours.
Tie lines, everybody.
Peace out.
Great work by the River Bums. They had a dang good round compared to everybody else. It seems tough, not finding the fish they wanted, but those guys, they had it turn around for them. And I should mention too, there was a little bit of a debacle there in the last round. They did submit a fish. They had it in the system, or tried to get it into the system, and it wouldn't load. As I said before, the system's, it's home built. So we're given benefit of the doubt. We had good communication on everything, and they did get the point there for the walleye that they claimed in their check-in video. So you'll see that. We'll take a look at it here on the scoreboard, as that's what is up next. Let's take a look at bracket 2, the scoreboard, and see where everybody stands. Can't really blow that one up much. We won't be able to see everybody, so we'll do a little bit. There we go. Okay, so as it stands right now, we've got a tie for first at 5 fish between Tenny Pounder and Hogsback, but Tenny Pounder will be our first place team currently with 112.25 inches, Hogsback with 69.25. In third place, the River Bums had a heck of a round, chipped away at the leaderboard, got 3 points up there, and overtook the Rod Jerkers. They've got 3 fish, 53.25 inches, and the Rod Jerkers hanging on with 1 point with their black crappie at 9.75 inches. So we'll start with Tenny Pounder, except for they didn't have any new submissions. So we'll move on to Hogsback, who did have a few submissions in the third period here with this bluegill, and they upgraded the drum. So we'll take a look at their bluegill first. There it is on the bump board. Tough to see the fish as a whole, but we get the point. That's a sunfish. Bluegill of the bluegill variety. And there it is. Lewis holding it up. A little bit of sun washing that out, but yeah, that is a bluegill all day. Not the biggest of the bluegills, definitely a beatable fish. So points to be stolen on the board now. We've got a drum at 21 inches. I don't recall what the previous size was, but there it is on the bump board, touching that line. And actually a really nice picture of a drum. They're kind of underrated in some cases. If you're targeting them, that's a nice fish. All right, so those are their new submissions from Hogsback, and we're going to look at all 3 of the River Bums because we didn't get a look at this walleye. So this was the walleye they submit last round. They gave us 3 pictures each time, but there it is. Beautiful, beautiful fish, 21.25 inches. Can't beat that. I mean, you couldn't beat that, but you can't beat catching nice walleyes on a nice day, especially. There it is, and we'll get one on the bump board. there, they've got it on the bump board there, 21 1/4 inches indicator in the screen. And we can look at this photo just because, but there it is. Look at the tail. All right. And then one of my favorite fish, never really caught one before, but the bowfin. Cool fish to see on the scoreboard. We did see it last year as well. They got a nice 19-incher. Look at that. Got the green going, so they must be up in the spawn now. Unless maybe their fins are always green like that, but I thought I had heard that they turn green when they're spawning. So cool looking fish, kind of nasty teeth in there. Don't want to get your finger caught in that mouth. And we'll look at it on bump board. There it is, our indicator. And one last one, up close and personal. So great bowfin, good point to have. Maybe a tough one to beat, honestly. And we've got a bullhead at 13 inches. And there's the tail shot, 13 inches. It did not make it to that 1/4 inch line, so they round down. There it is. I don't know. I've never been one to hold a bullhead, but I guess they're not that scary. Nice bullhead, and then there's the full picture here on the bump board. There we go. So congratulations to the River Bums for breaking the ice and in a big way. So they're climbing up, clawing back. Time to start stealing some points, it sounds like. So that is all of our new submissions for the 3rd round. So recap here, 10-pounder in first place with 5 fish, 112 1/4 inches as the tiebreaker. Hogsback in second place with 5 fish. River Bums in 3rd with 3 fish, and Rod Jerkers hanging on by a thread with 1 fish. So looks like the stealing needs to start, or some catching needs to start happen. But like I said before, these guys spending time on the river, they know what they're doing. That night bite gets hot, and they start going after them whiskery catfish. And you always get your suckers and drum and everything else mixed in with it. But it's time to start seeing some big catfish. So I would hang around and maybe try to tune in here at midnight for the final. Should be a good turnout. I'm hoping this leaderboard fills up with a bunch of catfish. It would be awesome to see. So that is all I've got for a leaderboard. Do we have any comments, questions that anyone has that we can cover right now? Kind of flew through it in 30 minutes or so. So give you a little bit of time to chat. I'm going to do one thing. I would like to kind of show off a new program that we have for future anglers in Minnesota, since we have a little bit of time here while we wait to see if anyone wants to comment. But we developed a new program for kids to get out fishing this year for future anglers in Minnesota. And that program is called the Youth Angler Quest. And that can be found here at our website. It says www.fa-mn.org. And if you come in here and go to the events tab, you'll see it at the very top, the Youth Angler Quest. If you click on that, it'll bring you to the page with all the details. I'll give you the short of it. I won't bore you with all the verbiage here. You can come in and read it yourself. But the idea is there are 7 challenges, and each of those challenges are represented by these coins here on the map. They have specific requirements for each challenge. If they screen got a little funky there, but if they can accomplish the tasks set out for these challenges here, for example, the panfish legend, you need to catch one of each of these panfish, 3 total fish, a white or black crappie over 12 inches, a sunfish of any species over 9 inches, and a yellow perch over 8 3/4 inches. There's a submission board, very, very similar to the way our guys with the anglers list are working, and you can go directly to this page and submit your fish. Each fish that you catch is going to require its own submission. So you'll fill out your angler information, name, age, mailing address, city, everything, email where we can contact you, pick which challenge you're submitting a fish for, the species of fish. Then you put your total inches of that fish down to the nearest quarter inch, same as the angler's list. Put the location, kind of more of a, hey, where were you in general? We're not necessarily looking for a lake name unless you want to share, but lake name, city, county, or you could put Nunya for all I care. Date of catch, and then tell us a quick story about that catch. And then we would ask that you check the child photo release just so it's okay for us to utilize those photos in future posts on social media, and we'd like to post them up here on our website as well. And then they would need to submit 2 photos, very similar, almost exactly, actually, to the angler's list, a photo of the angler with the fish at the location of the catch, and a photo of that fish on a bump board with the mouth closed against the bump, tail pinched. I say that, but as long as the mouth is closed, that's what's really important. So we can validate that it is the size that you recorded. And once you put those photos in, you hit submit, and it comes into our database, and we start keeping track of your progress on the journey through the Youth Angler Quest. The idea is to get these kids out, try catching new fish that they've never caught before, or maybe they have and they've never done it with much intent. So they have goals here of how to achieve these challenges. And once they achieve all 7 challenges, I should say each challenge they complete, we'll mail them a coin. And that's what these are. These little coins that are going to go flashing across the screen here. Oh, for some reason it's not. Usually it pans across there. But there'll be a coin for each challenge. It's having a hard time loading. There we go, starting to scroll. So we've got the bronze back for the smallmouth bass. There's a ditch pickle for largemouth bass. And there's a river rat, trout, trophy trout, master angler. And that Minnesota master angler one is literally just to encourage kids to get out there and just try to get a master angler on the board. It's literally record a master angler is all we're asking for there. And then there it is. There's the plaque. If you achieve all 7, you'll receive this plaque with your name engraved on it, and you can insert each coin on the plaque and display it nicely on your wall. So that is it. That is what the Youth Angler Quest is. Here's a quick overview that you can read. I've got a link to the DNR regs and your eligibility to compete in the Youth Angler Quest. And yeah, if you have kids that are interested in participating, get them out there. Start checking challenges off the list, and we'd love to see it. Coins are still in progress of being manufactured. We've had a couple kids actually complete some challenges, so I owe some coins to Reed Resch and Callan Wagner. Those 2 kids are a couple of studs. They know how to fish, and they love to fish. If anyone's familiar with those names, if you're not yet, you will be if you keep an eye on future anglers in Minnesota. So that is it. That's all I've got for now for this round. We are going to let them fish for another 5 hours. That's 4.5 now. And check back in with you at midnight to finalize everything and see who is going to advance to the finals in August. Finals August 27th. And they will fish a full 40 hours in that one. Top 3 teams from both sides are going to advance. So strap in and tune in at midnight. I would suggest being here. It's going to be fun. I'd like to have some of the anglers join in and give us kind of a recap rundown of the event. Join us in the chat, grab an adult beverage and sit back and chat with us. Should be fun. It always is. And I'm going to leave you with that. Everyone, thank you again for tuning in. And as always, we'll see you next time. And yeah, thanks.